Hey folks, welcome to this YouTube video. I'm quite excited to do this one. Most of you are aware that I just moved to Australia. I've just left the UK to come over to Australia. And before I left, some of my friends, some of these guys I've known for over 20 years, they put together a scrapbook of messages and pictures and everything for me. And what a lot of them wanted me to do before I left was read it there in front of them. But because of time, I couldn't do it. So what I promised myself that I'd do is I create a YouTube video where I'd read these out on YouTube for the first time. I haven't looked at these yet. I haven't looked at these messages in there, and I didn't want to. I wanted to wait until I got here, until I was set up with the computer and everything, so I could record this and read these out live, so my reactions are live. By the way, I know I've got a moustache. It looks rubbish. I've got it. Get over it, deal with it. The book just contains pictures of my life before I moved to Australia, from very, very, very long time ago. The first message is from Caroline. There she is. I don't know if you wanted to be on YouTube or not, Kaz, but you're on YouTube now, so whatever. The message reads, Dan and Adele, I can't believe the time has come to say goodbye. I never thought or wanted to believe that you guys would actually go. My family moved to Australia 10 years ago, and I've been saying ever since then, I'm going to move to Australia. But we've finally done it, we're here now. I never thought or wanted to believe that you guys would actually go, but know that it's an amazing opportunity for you all and wish you all the happiness in the world. I've really enjoyed making this book for you. Kaz made this book. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The pictures are amazing. This is something that I'll keep for the rest of my life, and I'll go back and look through time and time again and have giggles over. I've really enjoyed making this book for you, as it has reminded me of all the great times we have shared and also made me realize just how old we are. Yeah. Dan, I've known you nearly as long as my hubby. Yeah, because Caroline's husband, Pete, who's Pro Pete on Twitch, actually. He's on Twitch as well. Dan, I've known you nearly as long as my hubby, and that feels like a life sentence, but with you, a pleasure. In our earliest times together, we enjoyed the pubs of Paul every night, and you were my one and only kebab partner. It's no lie that I've had a kebab or two in my life. Pete and I were so grateful for all the times you picked us up and drove us to meeting places. That's right, because I could drive before Pete. So I used to take Kaz and Pete around for their dates while I was still single. God. It's thanks to you that our relationship blossomed. Wow. It wasn't for me, those kids wouldn't be together. Besides that, the many house parties we had were the best. At your parents' house in Broadstone. Parents, if you ever watch these YouTube videos, just turn off. I don't know what's going to come out of this book. Besides that, the many house parties we had were the best. At your parents' house in Broadstone with lots of booze and nearly getting killed by fireworks going wrong in the garden. Not so good. That's not stopped. The accidents with fire and fireworks are still continuing. You were great at organising group events like the camping trips on the Isle of Wight. Great fun apart from the singing cockerel at 6 a.m. But the best things of all were the Danny Bear hugs you gave, and the fact that you're always there for everyone with a shoulder to cry on, our own agony aunt Dan. I've always been the everybody's friend. I give warm hugs. Like Hola. Adele, it has been fab getting to know you over the last few years. So this is talking about my wife now. Although mostly on drunk occasions or kids' parties, which is a bit difficult. There was no alcohol at kids' parties. We're not those sort of people. You have done a great job bringing up two beautiful funny girls and looking after Danny. It's a shame you won't be able to make it to the girls' future birthday parties, but you will still always be invited to Josh's, so please come back and visit. It's a long way back to England from Australia. But we'll try. We'll keep it in mind. We'll keep it in mind. I hope this book helps you to remember all the fun years we have had and all the special friends you are leaving behind. I hope this also gives you something to hug at night when you are crying yourself to sleep because you miss us all so much. Yeah, every night. Every night, Kaz. Hugging this book. We're going to miss you loads, but we will stay in touch and look forward to hearing about your new adventures ahead. Lots of love, as always, Kazzy. Kazzy, thank you so much, and thank you so much for making this book as well. It's awesome. I'll be reading this over and over again for a long time, I'm sure. Turn over the page, and Pete, so Pete is Kaz's husband, and Pete is one of my oldest friends. Well, Dan, what can I say other than I love you like a brother? It's like a piece of me is moving with you, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit gutted. I hope you are, Pete. You should be very gutted. You should be devastated. You should be crying every night as well. The thought of you leaving brought a tear to my eye, not as much as when Courtney left, but still a little bit. Well, not actually a tear, but Kaz said I look sad. Well, Courtney's another old friend of ours that we went to school with. He moved to Canada a long, long time ago. Pete's not as upset as me leaving as he was with Courtney leaving. Screw you, Pete. Screw you. Anyway, most people would think that I'm missing you for your wits, generosity, crying shoulder, and good looks, but actually no. I don't like where this is going already. I'm not even through the first paragraph yet. In you, I've recently found someone who's at a minimum, at least as geeky as I am. For the first time in my lifetime, someone is on my level. I'm a closet geek, though. Most people don't know I do this. All this time, you kept it so quiet. Gutted. Hashtag gutted. Hashtag I'll stalk you online. Hashtag extreme tea party. Pete only found out that I stream on Twitch probably a couple of weeks before I left. Sorry, Pete. Sorry, buddy. But you know where to find me now. You know where I am. Yeah, and Tea Party, Anyhow, moving on, I want to thank you for all the good times. The brother comment is genuinely meant. We both lived in the Corfe area and our parents probably hooked up.
Oh, that's nasty.
I still don't like where this is going. Haha, no, seriously now. Oh, thank God for that. You're a thoughtful, caring, and loving person. Don't get much on me, Pete. Always there for anyone and giving people the time of day. That's rare and should be celebrated, which is why we're also devastated you're leaving and why everyone has gone to so much effort before you leave. Even Adam. Well, for him anyway. We'll talk about Adam later. I'll always remember those late night drives in the Tipo of Love, which was probably the only Tipo in the country with the investment, love and affection you gave it. The rest probably were beaten to submission for being so effing ugly, like a big fat... I can't read that, with a huge ass. I can't read that. I can't. The Tipo was my first car, and I spent more money on that thing than I should have. Wow. Some money went into that. And love. And none of it was justified. It was a horrendous mistake. And then I crashed it into a tree. And then I got it repaired, which cost more than the value of the car. And I kept going with it.
Twat.
What a car, 1.4 litres with a sound system that could literally split eardrums and push the car along when, the engine failed. I can't slag the tip off too much though, because Kaz is reading this, and it's the reason she and I enjoyed so much time together in those early years, as you were literally the cornerstone of our relationship. Yeah, you both admitted to that. I never put myself in that place, but I guess I did more than I thought. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I also remember our chats and enjoy being the agony aunt pretending that I knew so much about relationships for you and your relationship woes. Don't worry, Adele, I'm talking about other people here. When in reality, Kaz was my first girlfriend and we'd only been going out for a couple of weeks. Remember the shower garage? Yes, I remember the shower garage, Pete. We drank far too many hot chocolates because we were under 18 and it was a petrol station and we were driving, so hot chocolates are justified. We drank far too many hot chocolates there, and I think about this whenever we drive past it to this day. The adventures we had were great as well. Remember the late night venture down a country lane in the middle of nowhere after we'd been driving around for ages and the brakes were steaming, so we decided to wind Tom up. Tom was another friend of ours. By pretending that the car was on fire, because the brakes were red hot, we drove through a Ford and the car just started, the brakes just started steaming because they were hot. It was like the car was on fire. The car was engulfed with steam. So we decided to play on that a little bit. We decided to wind Tom by pretending the car was on fire, who of course had fallen asleep by about 9 p.m. and was snoring like a pig. Smiley face. Yeah, Tom was renowned for falling asleep in the back. He used to go on road trips, just silly drives, and he always used to fall asleep in the back of the car all the time. So we got him by driving through the Ford, stopping in the middle of the Ford. The brakes were steaming. We were screaming that the car was on fire. We've got to get out. So we jumped out and was then knee deep in water. You had to be there. It was hilarious. Didn't you run over a fox cub's head that night, though, you animal? It was an adult fox, and there's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. It happens. And I still think about that to this day. Aside from the drives, there's still plenty of memories. I'll always remember your late night parties in King Cup Close when your parents went out. Oh, man. And we would be drinking all their alcohol in the cupboards. We didn't, Dad. We did not do that. That's a lie. Did you even know about that? Did I even know about that? I don't know. And then your dad would come home and continue drinking with us, revealing all those cringe-worthy stories of how he's gonna... I'm not reading the rest of that. You also had some memorable firework nights, one requiring all of your guests to run for cover and literally dive to safety to avoid hospital-grade injuries because Relly stuck the sticks of the fireworks into the ground. No, Rel, it's just the tube. Yes, one of my dear friends, Relly, who has also contributed to this book, decided the best way to place the firework into the tube was to push it all the way into the ground and then light it, so of course it wouldn't actually go anywhere. Resulted in near fatal accidents. Another one of my favourite memories has actually happened on several occasions. It has to be when we all went camping and we sat around the campfire annoying the other campers until the early hours by singing cult classics no matter the weather, while you, genius in brackets, could pretty much play any song on the guitar just from memory or listening to us humming it. Got a talent. But all the memories we had together, Dan, one sticks out in my mind that I doubt will never be beaten, as I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in all of my life, especially since I had no idea this was a problem until the moment we all found out it very much was. It happened to be not only a hilarious but also very awkward moment at the same time, which strangely added to the humour. Yes, it was being woken up to the sound of you raging because... because someone had peed all over you and your stuff in the tent again because someone had drank too much the night before. Ha ha ha. Still laughing to this day. I've never been so angry or horrified in my life. So we'll leave the details out. So now, suddenly, some 16 years since we first got acquainted, here I am saying bye to you for good to start a new life in Oz. Sad times, but it's just a new beginning. The main thing is you, Adele, and the girls find the happiness you seek, but please don't forget about us and be sure to keep in touch. Also, keep feeding the Twitch community so I can come and slag you off when I'm when I'm drunk again. Oh, and I want one of your sheep drawings, please, as they're ace, and I've always wanted one. P.S. Can I have your flight simulator too? My flight? No, I've not used that in ages. The real thing's better, Pete. Just fly real planes. They're so much more fun. Adele, I haven't forgotten you. It's been awesome knowing you so far, and I look forward to seeing you in Oz sometime, although maybe not in Darwin. Darwin's hot. So hot. Where we can get drunk and moan about Dan again. What do you mean again? Why would you moan about me? Love you both. Pete's something Peter. Not reading that name out. Pete, thank you very much. There's a lovely picture of Pete here with an ice cream. There he is, look. Ah, bless him. I think it's ice cream anyway. So next up is another good buddy, James. James, dear old Dan, aka Daniel's son, Chumpy, Monkey, and many more to boot. Brother, you literally are the best sheep artist and pint downer I know.
And then he'll go
Whoa. Right, yeah, wait.
So the time I was dreading has finally come where you, Adele, and the girls, I can't read that out. That was documented for life. We leave for Oz. I'm supposed to write down some of my favourite memories, but it would honestly fill up this book. So I will bullet point a few of the highlights. In the very early days, late night visits to Latif's. Oh, on you? Yes. Latif, kebab shop, yes. It's where we'll start going downhill. Driving around in the Fiat Cheapo and crashing into trees and foxes. There it is again, the fox. And I'd already mentioned the tree, I'm glad I got in there first. Late night drives to far out places like Portland Bill, yes, Ringstead. And I seem to recall some dodgy night club in Gillingham. Ah, yes, I do remember that. I think it's Gillingham, isn't it? Not Gillingham, Gillingham. There's a Gillingham and Gillingham. I think Gillingham. Spooking ourselves so bad at Ringstead, you slept in a motorbike. You slept in a bloody motorbike helmet. Oh, and Rel's bike stand sunk into the ground in the night, so we found it horizontal in the morning. Yes. We were stayed out at Ringstead's just a really dark, spooky, eerie place in the middle of nowhere, and we went camping, but I was in a tent with this guy called Relly, and all the rest were in a house. Me and Rel pitched up late on the motorbikes. We decided to ride out there, and it was my scariest night ever. I did not sleep until the sun came up, and I stayed in my full motorbike leathers, including helmets, sleeping in the tent with full motorbike gear on, just because I was being a wimp. But I survived. I survived. Drunken mishaps like eating fried chicken, including all the bones. Yes, no one ever knew what happened to the bones. We had this pack of chicken, and I ate the chicken, and there was no bones. The bones disappeared. I might have eaten the bones. I was hungry. Camping trips to the Isle of Wight with drunken singing around the campfire whilst Dan's jamming on the acoustic guitar, and a certain person we won't mention was smashing the booze back so hard she would perform a golden shower on an unsuspecting Dan at 4 a.m. There it is again. There's already a trend here. I've only gone through 3 stories. There's already a trend. Sounding weirdly familiar, my first impression of Adele was a true Halloween treat, where you took the liberty of squatting down right next to me to take a gypsy's kiss. In the stinging nettles. One word, nudges. Sorry, in brackets. So this is referring to my wife. If grab the details out of there, I'm not going to explain them. But sorry, wife, that I'm reading this out. I probably shouldn't. I might edit out, but I probably won't. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Obviously, we have shared many great times since, usually drunk. But all my recent favourites have to involve the amazing my daughters. I know one thing for sure, G, I'll refer to her as, who thinks of them like little sisters, will truly miss them. G and my daughters, G was brilliant. So to try and wrap things up, as I was supposed to keep it 1 page, not 8, I will miss you all a lot. But this is not the end, just the start of a new chapter. Plus, you can be sure of us visiting you in Australia. I think, yeah, Jim Bob, you're one of the people I can pretty much guarantee will be out here, whether I want you here or not. I really wish you all the luck in the world with your move down under. Love you all, James. James, and there's a cracking... In fact, I'm going to show this picture of James. There we go. There he is playing tennis. On my shirt. Such a manly photo. Next up is Relly. All I need to do to just give you an idea of this guy called Relly, I just need to show you this picture of his fancy dress. It's enough said. Enough said. Not sure exactly where to start with this. Just feels right, first of all, to wish you all the best for your new chapter. Have a safe journey to Australia, down under or Oz, whichever you prefer. I promise someday in the future you will find me at your front door again. Maybe even with a family of my own. Don't push it, bro. 1 step at a time, dude. Looking forward to learning how to wrestle crocodiles. Plus dive at the Great Barrier Reef. Truly looks awesome, and I know you, Adele, and the kids are going to have a brilliant new life. Hope so. Better do, actually. I will apologise now if anything I say gets you into trouble. Oh, no. But I just want to highlight the past and the few good memories. While I write this, it brings back to me so many great times, some funny. Some funny. Come on, dude, they're all funny. Some are probably best forgotten due to ultimate embarrassment, yes. Some just totally unbelievable, I'm sure you can guess that one. Maybe. We are still fighting. We've been great mates for 18 or more years since we met at Corfe Hills or Broadstone Middle School. I can't honestly remember. But who cares where we met? It just happened. I don't know anyone that can draw sheep like you can. I've still got my birthday card with Sean. Thanks, mate. I wanted to say thank you for all the times you've been there for me. Your wicked sense of humour has always helped me to soften the bad times and see the positives of life. Aww. I still remember the days at Corfe Hills when you, Daz, and I had maths with Mr. Jones. We would talk about the facts of life with jelly beans. It's just so weird without having to describe it all. I'm sure we got the facts of life near enough right. Then there was the real game changer at Corfe Hills that made us, and that was our mopeds. Yes, the moped days. I had a moped. The Mean Machines, the ultimate boy's toy. Maybe at the time it was the ultimate boy's toy. Now I just me with my white Honda Vision with red wheels. You remember the red wheels? Didn't we paint them red? We painted them red, didn't we? Oh dear. Me with my Honda Vision with red wheels. You with the Yamaha Aerox The Beast. Daz and Chris with Peugeot Speed Fights, and Adam with the Aprilia 50. Still feel jealous now that you had them unrestricted. we could go faster than 30 mile an hour, or whereas Relly couldn't. Oh, so badass. I was never able to keep up after that. 30 mile per hour never did seem fast enough. No, mate. It wasn't. I never forget the time I was at the bottom of West Way and you came down the hill. Oh no, I remember this. Hill and couldn't slow down in time and crashed into me. A moped crash. Plastic and fat people everywhere. The summer we had after our GCSEs was unbelievable. GCSE results night will always be memorable for the wrong reasons. From the mopeds, we went to the 125s. Yes, we did. 125cc motorbikes. You had the Suzuki GS, and me with the Honda CG. Dude, I remember your CG. I'm sure your GS spent most of its time in pieces. It might still be in pieces, actually. We had some really good years getting our first cars. Yes. You even persuaded me to get a Honda Civic. Got you there, didn't I? You did a good job there. Working at Halford's and loading that car up with more Pioneer equipment than Halford store, it's all about the bass. You're still not forgiven for believing that mini discs were the way of the future. I spent so much money on mini discs thinking that they would take off. How wrong was I? Mini disc stereo, mini disc Walkman, mini disc hi-fi, everything mini disc.
Yeah.
We would drive to Portland Lighthouse at night and come home early morning, and then you would sleep for ages. Yes, I did. Back in the days where there's no responsibility, so we could just spend all day asleep. Can't remember what happened to the Civic, but you replaced it with the Fiat Tipo. No, dude, the Tipo came first. The Tipo was the first. The Tipo never came close to the Honda bass cannon and 6.9s. God, I remember the bass cannon. I sold that to little Dave. I hope now in hindsight you would agree you did have a pink Kawasaki ZZR 600. It was cherry red. Cherry red, not pink. Never has been and never will be cherry red. There you go. It was cherry red. Can you remember the late night ride we did to Portland on our bikes and coming home, and it just about daylight when we got home? Yeah, the late nights till ride until the sun came up, because you could see so much more at night time, so it was obviously better to ride motorbikes at night time. The nights were always pretty good at yours. The fireworks, here we have fireworks again. The fireworks parties that went wrong, even banning me from touching a firework again. Yes, I still wouldn't let you light a firework to this day, dude. Don't think I can ever live that down. No, you can't. I was introduced to my first fondue meal at your parents' conservatory. The nights around yours and I was constantly trying to chat up Natasha. Never worked. Oh, I could still cringe now. Remember having to babysit for Alex and Georgie? You would often show us... I'm not reading the rest of that. I can't really leave that sentence open, can I? There was a particular... There's a stash of magazines, that's what it was. What a collection. P.S. mate, I hope you're taking your train collection with you. You've had some great parties through the years. My train collection. I think I sold most of my trains.
It doesn't get any geekier than that.
You've had some great parties through the years. Your 18th birthday has got to be one of the best. Cigars, Red Bull and vodka, plus the port being the important bits that I remember. Bilbao was an awesome time. Just being drunk for the whole weekend and the odd relationship breakup. I'm not reading the name. Other memories that come to light was you and your mates getting pissed and running around Pine Springs absolutely naked, and the police pulling up on the Dorset Way. That was one messed up night, and I don't know how you got away with that. First time meeting Frenchie. Once you meet Frenchie, you never forget Frenchie. Log fires and, of course, a very wet sleeping bag in the Isle of Wight. There it is again. Ugh. That was a good weekend. It kind of was, kind of wasn't. A lot of things changed when we grew up. With you going away, you started a new chapter. You met the beautiful Adele, and now you have some amazing kids. You've had your challenge along the way, but all credit to you both. You stayed in there and followed what you believe is to be true and never gave up. Fist pump. Is fist pump right? You mean air punch? Fist pump sounds like something else. Yeah, you've been greedy, having 2 weddings. Yes, I did have 2 weddings with the same woman. I married her twice. But the second was the best, and Marwell was nice. Jamie's speech was perfect, and it's always nice to see your parents, Jamie, Alex, and Gina, my siblings. Plus, who can forget your nan? Everyone loves nans. Nans are great. Even though you settled down, we still had some good times along the way. One word, mate, and that's Bath. Oh, Bath. The place Bath. I'm sure that'll get mentioned later. How you survived from Adele kicking your ass, I don't know. Well, she's been kicking my ass ever since. We managed to join forces to have a go at track days with the trusty Sirocco. What a beast she was. Thank you for putting so much effort into the car to make it ready, and sorry for being a tight ass with oil. I'm still gutted that I never got to use it with the push start button. Oh, I bought the push start button. I never got around to fitting it. 3 trips in total, Brands Hatch, Liddon Hill and Keevil. We had a great time with Jane and Scott at Liddon, and I remember coming back after the days racing and feeling ill. Jane came to the rescue with Blanky. No grown man needs a Blanky. Just don't. You don't. Just man up. Now this is the hardest part of all. You've been in my life for so many years that it will be hard to see you go and say my goodbyes. I will see you again. All good things must come to an end. I'm going to miss you, mate. But your new life is calling with your beautiful wife and amazing kids. Say hello to all your family. And yes, mate, your mum is... I'm not reading that either. I can't appreciate how tough it must have been without your family by your side the last couple of years. In a few weeks, that will all be forgotten. There are loads of memories that I have, but I've got to stop at some point or this message will run on forever. You've been a good friend, and it's been a real honor to spend my teens and 20s with you. Good luck to you both. I wish you all the happiness in the world. Have a safe journey, and I'll miss you. Hooroo! Love you, dude. Relly. What's hooroo? What's hooroo? This is now the lovely Gemma. Hi Dan and Adele. I wanted to attempt the memories message even though I'm rubbish at this stuff. So things I remember that should make you laugh or wince. Scraping your back on the locker at school. That was an ouch. Yes, I still have the scar on my back. It's a big scar. You still scarred? yes, I'm still. I should read ahead a little bit before some of this stuff. Yes, I'm still scarred. It's there forever. It's like a huge gouge out of my back. New Year's and us being so drunk deciding who got the futon in your room. Funnily, I can't remember what happened that New Year. Vague memories of the Dorset Soldier. Oh yeah, the Dorset. I remember that New Year's. A bottle of champagne and a car bonnet. Damn! But I could be wrong. Do you want to be wrong? And those memories should be left a vague memory. We have enjoyed some good birthdays between us. Your 18th on the camp. Still not sure what happened with me and Adam that night. Mine and Darren's 18th at Alton Towers. Oh, yes. I think it's one of the worst hangovers I've ever had. And I was the most sick I've ever had. Alton Towers with a hangover. I was fine on everything until I went on the pirate ship, which just rocked backwards and forward. And that motion was just threw me over the edge. Gem B causing issues, and she was so drunk. And a few of us meeting a Corrie star in the sauna. I remember something about that, but I wouldn't recognise them if I saw them. I'm not a Corrie fan. Plus the road trip with walkie-talkies and Rel weighing down one side of James Nova. I remember the Nova was lopsided because Rel was sat on that particular side. Oh, funny. Rel was a large lad back in those days. He's not now, but he was. It all added to a hilarious few days with great mates. Your 21st on the boat to Spain, yes, the mini cruise. Now that was a drunk one. Sharing a cabin with Alyssa, eating gingerbread men, and the Spanish woman coming on the tannoy each morning after the captain drove us insane. The volume just couldn't be turned down. No. Certainly some stories around all those nights, but I'm sure Adele doesn't need to hear it all. Probably not. So trying to be a tad more up to date, as there are so many memories, I'm already on to page 2. After being told I had a 20 by 20 centimetre space to write in. Oops. I've enjoyed some amazing days, evenings with you both. Adele wasn't too much of a fan of your Bath taxi ride. There it is, the Bath taxi ride. People will be able to put pieces together that don't know about this stuff, I'm sure. She couldn't sleep all night. You'll never live that down, by the way. No, I know. Don't I know it? The Halloween house party, I was so impressed with everyone's efforts considering it was a house party in a tiny village with no plans to go out. Some pics to be found in this book. Yes, that was a good party. Weddings, well, you guys got 2. I will get another shot at it one day and I hope you both will join me when it happens. The barbecue wedding was such a lovely day, even if Adele did struggle with her big bump. But Marwell, with your family all being there, was amazing. Max had the best time too. Not to forget Adele winning the sweepstake at my wedding. She won money. Little people's birthdays, the girls are growing up into little beauties. We all knew they would. Sure, they will cause endless sleepless nights. Yes, they do. When they are out with friends drinking like we used to. Oh, you mean in the future? I don't even want to think about that. We have known for a while you guys were going, and I guess I have taken it for granted you would be about for a catch-up. But now, with writing this, knowing that day has come, I wish I had found more time to spend with you both and the girls. I shall kick my butt and certainly visit a nod. Yes, Jem, come out. Oh, it's great. It's like hot all the time, and there's crocodiles and jellyfish and sharks. This isn't good, is it? You probably won't be able to get rid of me at all then. That's fine, Jem. That's fine. Gonna miss you guys. I wish you all the love and happiness you deserve out there. The girls will love it. Loads of love, Gemma and Max. Hey, Max actually wrote his name as well. Your love muffin. Yes, Gemma, you're my love muffin. You'll always be my love muffin. Only you have that title. This is from Darren. This is Gemma's twin brother. These aren't great pictures of people. Well, they're not supposed to be. It kind of hides their identity a little bit. They're that bad, some of them. Well, Dan and Del, what can I say? Then I hope you have an amazing time down under with your amazing girlies. Dan, you have been an amazing mate and someone that never fails to put a smile on someone's face ever since we became friends in year 9, blowing yellow fluff. Blowing yellow fluff around the room. I know we used to have to wear ties to school, and the logo of the tie was made out of this yellow cotton, but you used to pick it out and it was amazing. It used to just float. This cotton would just float through the air like it weighed nothing. It was amazing, and we used to watch it just float around the room. And that was my French lessons, and that's why I can't speak French. And this was in the French class with Madame Wobbly Bits. That's her name, kind of sounded like Wobbly Bits. And watching that fluff float across the room, even drawing the odd, the male phallus in the French book to spice things up. I still giggle like a 9-year-old boy, don't I? Willies. I'll never forget the many memories of down the beach shouting to the pole. God, there's a lot of stuff here that you need to be there for. Or drawing endless amounts of aliens and sheep at your house in Pine Springs. I don't think we made the most of the camouflage missions in the woods, scaring people walking their dogs. God, yeah, we used to camouflage. Yeah, we used to get camouflage stuff and go and hide in the woods and whistle and shout at people and didn't know they couldn't see us. It was really clever stuff. It was brilliant. You had to be there.
You guys are retarded. I'm playing Xbox.
There's too many good memories to go over, but the moped days and storm chasing, in the middle of the night are times I'll never forget. They were fun-filled laughter times. I think one of my standout memories of Adele was over my sister's place in Bloxworth when you managed to squat having a wee. I shouldn't read this out, she's going to kill me. Then ended up being stung by stinging nettles. Lol. Pretty sure someone nudged you over, but we were all drunk and it was funny. Who was that, James? You are both amazing people and the girls are gorgeous. I hope Oz brings you all a great life and future. We will all miss you greatly, but know at any given opportunity we'll visit when we can and you can show us the sights. Yes, Daz, come over. Stay in touch, love muffins. Muchos love, Darren and his girls. Cheers, dude. Mwah. Dear Daniel, this is from Courtney. So this is the guy that moved to Canada long time ago. I've actually got a message from him, and there's Courtney. Wow, how our lives have changed in 16 short years. It feels like it wasn't that long ago you were tricking out car stereos. You were planning trips to the Newquay holidays. Then there were house parties and fireworks displays in your garden. Here, the fireworks are coming back around again. The fireworks displays in your garden with many games played, not forgetting the time the sofa collapsed with everyone jumping all over it. Wasn't your sofa, parents? My personal favourite are weekly curry nights. Yes, the curry nights. Thursdays, was it? Now brings the joys of fatherhood, yeah. How things change on so many levels in our already hectic schedules. I'm sure you work just as hard, if not harder, than you always have to provide for them. I know I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them yet, but hope to one day. Yes, dude. I think it's a Pacific Ocean in the way, isn't there? It's quite a big ocean. Long way to swim. I'm sure your new life and new beginning Australia will be just as fun-filled and full of surprises as the past has been. I can tell you from my own experience, it's not easy. Of course, you've done this, dude. You've done the move. Well, not to Australia, but you've emigrated. But like me, you have your family to support you, which is a huge help. And of course, you're always welcome to make the trip out to Canada and come see us. Yeah, I never did come out and see you, did I? It's kind of rude of me. Sorry, dude. Failing that, we should all meet up somewhere and have a joint vacation so we can all get to relax and party. So all the best for this new chapter in your life, and we'll speak soon. Courtney, dude, thank you so much. Hayley. Yes, there she is. There's the lovely Hayley. Well, the time has finally come to say farewell, sad face. It feels like we've been talking about your move to Oz for ages. Well, we have, Hayley, ever since I've known you. But the last few months have flown by way too fast, and I don't feel like we've made the most of the time we've had with you guys. Still, we've had more than enough good times together in the last few years, mostly drunken antics. Unfortunately, it is a drunken theme here as well, isn't there? Between all the stories. Unfortunately, drunken antics have led to severe memory loss, and I can't remember half of those times. There must have been so much stuff that we got up to that we just can't remember. One of my fondest memories of you, Dan, is singing James Morrison and Nelly Furtado's Broken Strings on SingStar. We were a good team. Bro fist. I'd always make sure you did the female vocals. Yeah, what is it? I always had to sing Nelly Furtado's part, and you sang James Morrison's. What was that about? I'd always make sure you did the female vocals because it was too high for me to sing. Too high for you to sing. How do you think I felt? We always killed it. We were pretty good. We were pretty good. Miss those days and will sincerely miss you when you're the other side of the world. On the plus side, I'm looking forward to holidaying down under. Yes, I'm looking forward to you being here, Hayley. Wish your amazing family all the happiness and luck in your new adventure. Hugs and kisses from Hayley. Hayley, thank you so much. Ah, Daniel's son. I know who this is without even looking at the name at the bottom. Where is she? There she is, Kelly. I'm actually very impressed at the lengths you've gone to keeping up this I'm moving to Australia gag, and now we're all playing along by writing all these doodle pip messages. But enough is enough now. Seriously, it's only writing this that has made it seem really real, and now I'm sad. Going through all these photos and reading everyone's stories and memories has reminded me of what an awesome adventure we've had so far and how lucky we are to have done it all together. I also realised that so far I've been drunk for most of my adult life. I'm so happy for you both that you're getting the opportunity to start a whole new adventure with your beautiful little family, but I still don't want you to go. Sad face. Oh, Kelly. What a wonderful start you are giving your little girls, though. I wish you and the girls all the love and luck in the world. It won't be the same without you here. Who's going to fall asleep on me in the minibus and dribble on me? No one dribbles people better than I do. I hope you never washed that top either, Kelly. Savor my dribble forever.
No! God, please, no! No!
Don't you dare leave without giving me one of those awesome hugs. We'll miss you. Lots of love, Kelly. Oh, yes, we had a cuddle before we went. Another Hayley! Hayley, who's just had a baby. Congratulations on your baby, Hayley. I can't believe you're actually following your dream. For all the 10 years I have known you, this has been all you have spoken about. I'm so pleased it's finally happening. We have been through so much together. We have been through a lot, Hayley. We have been through a lot. We have been through so much together, good and bad, and have been each other's sounding boards for our previous relationships. Oh, those drives. I'm so happy we have both found our true loves. You with Adele and me with Jim. I suppose you have to kiss a few frogs to find your prince/princess. Thinking back at some of the crazy thhave we did, our midnight walks through the New Forest, breaking into your... Oh. Shouldn't have read that out. If it didn't break in, it wasn't breaking in. I had the keys. You can't break into somewhere you had the keys for. So you could show me around and not forgetting our drunken nights. I think it was all topped off with my 30th birthday where I can't thank you enough. Yes, your 30th birthday. Wow. I had to carry you a long way. Anyway, good luck in your new adventure. Take care and don't be a stranger. Hayley, thank you so much. Hey, Tony. I can't believe you're actually now banding us for the other side of the world, but I'm excited for you guys for your new adventure. Certainly sounds like you're going to love it. A new big house, new surroundings, hotter climate, big spiders, no Pete. What's not to love? I've known you for a lot of years now, and although I don't have as many memories as some of the other guys, we've had some awesome moments and nights out over the years, and you'll always be like extended family to us. Oh, Tony. I never did go on your boat. You never took me out on your boat. Can't have been that good friends. If you were to put me on the spot and make me pick out of all the friends I have that tea party simulator... This is... Oh no! I've broken it. And Kerbal Space Program, you are head and shoulders the best. I'm on the solar panel. What am I doing? No, up. Oh, there goes the panel. Make sure you keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Hopefully you'll be back from time to time to help me polish off a few bottles of red. Yes, like our red wine. Or perhaps one day we'll come and sample some of what Australia has to offer. Hell, I'm even willing to drive halfway around the globe to come for dinner if you're cooking. I'm a good cook. I'm a bit of a devil in the kitchen. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll miss you guys. Tony, dude, mwah, thank you very much. Bless you. And now we have another Dan. Dan and Dan. Where to start and what to say. I have known you for many years now and can say it's been interesting. There have been many a night out and many a drink drunk, many a mile travelled and many a hangover felt. I will always remember one of the first times I met you back in the day when you were driving the infamous Depot of Love. There's the Depot again. The Depot pops up. I remember I used to be taller than you as well until you started having a growth spurts. Cast your mind back to the summer's evening when you, Adam, and my brother decided that it was nothing better to do than drive around in the Tipo with that good old Pioneer pump blasting and causing chaos. Needless to say, it looked like fun, so I tagged along. If you remember, we ended up in Blandford in the early hours of the morning and decided in our infinite wisdom that a game of extreme frisbee was what the moment required. The street lit, empty town centre marketplace. I remember this. Offering the perfect location, yeah. Having woken up most of the town with our shenanigans and rattled many a shop window with Adam's poor hand-to-eye coordination, a lonesome police car rocked up. Needless to say, the bright idea of yours to stuff the 6-inch diameter frisbee down your pants seemed like a good idea at the time. However, the look of the female officer's face as she questioned us as to our reasoning for 4 lads to be in the centre of Blandford at such an hour soon became transparent, when she replied with, "We have had reports of youngsters playing frisbee, but of course you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?" she said, staring at the huge 6-inch bulge in your pants, and having previously told her we were looking for our lost dog. Now a wise old man, cough cough, with a beautiful family in tow, you're leaving us for the foreign lands down under. The friends you leave behind will always have their memories. A man with a truly heavy heart of gold, ridiculous beard. It's gone now. It's a ridiculous tash now. That's all that's left. Minor jelly shot addiction and a lifetime loyalty card to Nando's. Who doesn't like Nando's? I wish you all the best, big man, and hope we can all come visit you and Adele and the beautiful girl soon. Much love and hugs, Dan and Jaj. Jaj being Dan's girlfriend, of course. That's not her real name, by the way. Right, now this one I'm interested to read. This is from a guy called Adam, and he's an old best mate of mine. But things went a little bit wrong at some point. There he is, posing as ever. I never actually got to see him before we left. I've heard that finally, after years of saying it, you are now actually going to move to Australia. Mate, I'm gutted you are taking the jump, but at the same time, I'm really happy for you as I know how much you have wanted it. We both know we haven't seen much of each other over the last few years, but I've been keeping an eye on you through Facebook and friends. You stalker, Adam. Mate, I honestly wish you, Adele, and the girls all the best in your future life in Australia, and hope we can talk soon. Going to miss you, Adam. Dude, I did send you a text before I moved out, seeing if you wanted to meet up. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see each other again. This is from a couple. So this is my wife's cousin and her fella, Dave. So this is Amy and Dave. We've done a lot of things that we'll never regret. The good ones, all the bad ones, moments I'll never forget. This is kind of like a poem. It's hard for me to cheer up because I'm feeling blue by accepting the fact my life's never the same without you. You've been here with me through my ups and my downs. You'll be willing to walk on by the outskirts of all towns, just to help me get through my problems all along. Now that you are already gone, I guess I have to be strong. Oh, lovely poem. Thank you, Amy. Or was it Dave that wrote that? Got a bit of a Dave twang to it. We wish you every happiness for your future in Australia. Never goodbye, but see you soon. We'll miss you all. Lots of love. Dave and Amy and all the kids. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Missing you already. So this is my little buddy Dave. Little buddy Dave doing a bit of a Madonna pose there. What can I say? It's been a long while coming, but I can't believe it's time to say goodbye. I've got so many memories of you in my head, it's going to be hard to put them all down on paper. From the days of walking to school and always being late, that's not changed, to your 18th, late night drives to goodness knows where, to late nights in Yuki. To call you my friend is an understatement. I wish you all the best in your new life in Oz, and one day I would love to see you again in your new life down under. All the best and good luck. Dave, Amy, and the kids. Big Dan hug. Yes, Dave, big Dan hug. I got to give you a big Dan hug before I left. There'll be more. I'll big Dan hug you again. Don't you worry. I'll big Dan hug you again. That's all the comments, guys. Thank you so much for those comments. Honestly, that's the first time I've looked at it. I purposefully not read any of them. I wanted to save it till I got here and I was able to record it so I could post it out. And so this is generally the first time I read them. Thank you so much. That was really good fun. I had a lot of fun with that. At the back here, there is a song sung for you by Relly. So I didn't hear him sing this. The last time I saw all these guys, we went to a pub for lunch and they gave me this book at the end. And on the drive home from that, my wife read all these. And she said that there was this weird thing from Relly. Which isn't weird. Weird things coming from Relly aren't weird because you already expect them to be weird. It would be weird for them not to be weird. On face value, it looks like a song of farewell, but We think it's a song from someone who's died. I will play it at the end of this video. I think I'm allowed to do that. And what it actually is, I don't know. It's a song from... It's really sad. It's not funny. It's not funny because it's a song that's been attributed to Paul Walker. And I think most people know who Paul Walker is, who passed away tragically. So it's not funny, but it is a song about someone who's passed. Really, I haven't passed. I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Well, I don't think I'm dying. I've just moved. But the thought was there. The thought was there. So it's fine. Thank you. Thank you. Don't ever change. Don't ever change and stay single. You're a legend in your own right. Guys, thank you so much. Or Kaz, thank you so much for putting this book together. I was supposed to send you flowers, but I forgot. So have some internet flowers. Have some internet flowers. Yeah, but thank you so much. And thank you for all the people that put the contributions in there. Wow. I didn't realise that people actually cared about me. Even slightly. And what about all the others that didn't? There were people that didn't. Jeez, guys. Thanks. No, I'm kidding. Thank you. I don't know how to end this. It's getting a bit awkward now. I don't know how to end this video. We'll end it on that song from Relly. Take it easy, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you all soon.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about? I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you